There's a difference between dressing well and dressing with class. Dressing well is about fit, color, maybe a few good pieces. But class is about what you leave out. It's the things you stop wearing, the details you edit, the choices that quietly separate men who look put together from men who look considered. After 40, this becomes more obvious. Not because your options shrink, but because the wrong pieces start costing you more. A sweater that's too thin, a jacket with too much going on, jeans that haven't aged well. These things don't ruin an outfit. They just quietly lower it. In this video, I'm walking through 14 things men with class over 40 never wear, and what to reach for instead. Everything I mention is linked below. Let's get into it. 1. Thin crewneck sweaters. Thin crewneck sweaters feel like a safe choice. Lightweight, easy to layer, simple. But once you're past 40, they almost always work against you. Here's the problem. Thin knits collapse. They have no structure. They show every wrinkle underneath, cling in the wrong places, and start looking tired within an hour of putting them on. What should feel refined ends up looking cheap. The issue isn't the crewneck shape, it's the weight. A proper crewneck in a heavier gauge wool or cotton holds its form. It drapes cleanly. It doesn't need a shirt underneath to look intentional. It works as a standalone piece, not just a layer you throw on because you're cold. If you're going to wear a crewneck after 40, it needs substance. Midweight to heavyweight knits in merino, lamb's wool, or structured cotton. Something with body that holds its shape all day. The Todd Snyder Donegal wool crewneck is a good example. It has the texture and weight that thin knits can't touch. Simple, but it actually looks like a piece, not an afterthought. And if thin sweaters quietly let you down, the next thing does something louder. It creates visual noise you didn't ask for. 2. Shirts with visible contrast stitching. This one's everywhere and almost no one questions it. Thick white stitching on a dark shirt, contrast buttons, thread colors that don't match the fabric. It's subtle until you really look at it. Then you can't unsee it. Contrast stitching was a trend. It's designed to add interest. But after 40, interest should come from quality and fit, not decorative thread. Visible stitching makes a shirt feel louder than it needs to be. It pulls attention to construction details instead of letting the garment speak for itself. It reads more fashion-forward than refined. And in most cases, it ages the shirt faster than it should. Clean, tonal stitching does the opposite. It disappears. It lets the collar, the fabric, the fit do the talking. Shirts with tone-on-tone stitching, simple plackets, buttons that match or complement, not contrast, are always the move. The Rice Rubin linen shirt is a perfect example. Clean construction, no unnecessary details. It looks expensive because it doesn't try to look interesting. And that same principle applies to outerwear, because the next item adds detail where none is needed. 3. Casual jackets with too many pockets. Utility details creep into menswear quietly. One day you're buying a clean jacket. The next, you're wearing something with chest pockets, arm zips, hidden compartments, and hardware you'll never use. These jackets aren't bad, they're just busy. And after 40, busy reads as cluttered. Every extra pocket, every snap, every zipper that doesn't need to be there pulls attention and adds noise. Instead of refined, the jacket starts to feel costumey, like you're dressed for an activity you're not actually doing. The move is to strip back. A good casual jacket should have 2 pockets, maybe 3. Clean closures, minimal branding. It should look like it belongs anywhere, not like it's ready for a hiking trail or a fishing trip. When shopping, ask yourself, could this jacket go from jeans to tailored trousers without looking out of place? If the answer is no, it's too busy. The Faherty Deck jacket does this well. Clean, unfussy, built to last. No logos, nothing you don't need. And if excess hardware weighs a jacket down, the next item has a different problem. It weighs down your entire outfit. 4. Mid-blue, lightly faded jeans. These aren't ripped. They're not trendy. They're just washed out. Mid-blue, lightly faded jeans are everywhere. They feel safe. They feel casual. And after 40, they almost always feel dated. The issue is that light wash denim reads younger or older in the wrong way. It's hard to dress up, hard to anchor an outfit, and it tends to age a look even when the fit is right. Darker denim does the opposite. It sharpens an outfit. It bridges casual and tailored. It makes you look more intentional with less effort. You don't need selvage or raw denim if that's not your thing. You just need more depth in the color. Indigo, dark rinse, even washed black. If you can't wear your jeans with a sport coat and have it look right, the wash is probably too light. The J. Crew 484 slim fit jean in Japanese selvage hits the right tone. Dark, clean, and refined enough to pair up or down. And while denim can be elevated with the right wash, trousers can be completely undermined by the wrong fabric. That's what makes the next item so common and so damaging. 5. Stretch comfort fit trousers. They're marketed as modern, easy, made for the guy who wants tailoring without the stiffness. But stretch-heavy trousers do something quiet and unflattering. They lose their shape. By midday, the knees are bagged. The seat has stretched. What started as clean and comfortable now looks closer to loungewear than tailoring. and no amount of ironing brings them back. The issue is too much elastane. When the fabric can't hold tension, it can't hold structure. And structure is what makes trousers look intentional. That doesn't mean you need rigid, uncomfortable wool, but you do need fabric with enough weight and weave to hold its form through a full day. Trousers with 2% elastane or less, or none at all. Wools, cotton twills, and heavier blends all move better long-term. The Soren wool pleated trousers are made with a clean drape that holds all day, comfortable without compromise. And while trousers can quietly let you down, the next item does something more obvious. It throws off your proportions entirely. 6. Polo shirts with short, tight sleeves. This is one of the most common mistakes men make with polos. Short, tight sleeves that hug the bicep might seem flattering, but after 40, they usually aren't. They create awkward proportions. They pull focus to your arms in a way that looks try-hard, and they shrink the visual balance of an outfit. The problem is fit, not the polo itself. A well-cut polo should have sleeves that hit mid-bicep with enough room to move without clinging. It should frame the upper body, not compress it, and it should lay flat, not ride up. Longer, slightly relaxed sleeves look calmer, more refined, more grown. Avoid polos designed for athletic fits. Look for tailored cuts with clean mid-length sleeves that drape naturally. The Sunspell Riviera Polo is designed exactly for this. Slim through the body, but with sleeves that lay properly. It's the one Daniel Craig wore as Bond, and for good reason. And if sleeves can throw off a polo, the next item throws off an entire outfit from the waist down. 7. Thin casual belts. Belts are small, easy to overlook, and that's exactly why so many men get them wrong. Thin casual belts, narrow width, flimsy leather, cheap buckles don't support an outfit. They undercut it. They make trousers look less structured. They feel like an afterthought, even when the rest of the look is sharp. After 40, your belt should feel like a finishing piece, not just something holding your pants up. That means solid leather, real weight, a buckle that's substantial without being flashy. Width should be proportional. Around 3.5 centimeters for casual wear is a good starting point. A proper belt grounds an outfit the same way good shoes do. And when it's right, you don't notice it. When it's wrong, something feels off. Invest in one good leather belt in dark brown and one in black. Simple buckle. Quality leather. That's it. Anderson's makes some of the best casual leather belts in the game. Handmade in Italy, clean hardware, serious leather. They're an easy upgrade that lasts years. By the way, if you're finding value in this so far, now's a good time to subscribe. It helps more men find these videos, and it lets me keep making content like this. And yes, everything I've mentioned is linked below. 8. Jackets that are cut too short. Short jackets are a modern trend, but they rarely work after 40. When a jacket ends above the hip, it breaks the body in half. It emphasizes the waist instead of lengthening the torso. And instead of adding authority, it takes it away. This applies to blazers, bombers, even casual outerwear. If the jacket doesn't cover your belt, it's probably too short. The fix isn't to go long and boxy, it's to find the middle ground. A jacket that ends just below the waist, covering the seat, creating a clean vertical line, adds presence without bulk. Proportions matter more than trends. And after 40, the right length quietly signals that you understand fit. Stand in front of a mirror with your arms relaxed. If you can see your belt clearly, the jacket's too short. The Rice Gable wool blend overcoat nails the length, modern but grounded. It frames the body without cutting it off. And if jacket length affects how you carry yourself, the next item affects how grounded your outfit feels at the foundation. 9. Shoes with rounded, bulbous toes. Comfort shoes have their place, but bulbous, overly rounded toe boxes aren't it. These shoes soften an entire outfit. They feel casual even when you're dressed up. They lack sharpness, presence, and intention. And they're everywhere, especially in comfort-first footwear marketed to men over 40. The issue isn't comfort, it's shape. A slightly tapered or almond-shaped toe looks cleaner without sacrificing fit. It works with tailored trousers, denim, and casual separates. And it signals attention to detail without being flashy. Choose shoes with a structured toe shape. Not pointed, not square, just clean and intentional. The A. Soliana Toady Penny Loafer balances comfort and shape perfectly. Classic silhouette. Excellent construction, no bulk. And if shoe shape grounds an outfit visually, color is what grounds it tonally. Which brings us to a mistake most men don't even realize they're making. 10. Flat, washed out neutral colors. Men love playing it safe with neutrals, and that's not a problem, until the neutrals have no depth. Pale beige, faded gray, washed out navy. These colors don't anchor an outfit, they flatten it. They make everything look tired, even when it's new. The issue isn't neutrality, it's saturation. Deeper tones of the same colors work far better. Taupe over pale beige, charcoal over flat gray, ink navy over washed navy. These versions hold structure. They photograph better. They make the rest of your wardrobe look sharper. After 40, color should support presence, not dilute it. Hold two versions of the same neutral side by side. If one looks drained, skip it. The Madewell Heavyweight Tee is a perfect example. Rich, deep gray with texture and weight. It feels intentional, not generic. And if color can drain your presence, the next item does something similar. It adds nothing while pretending to be refined. 11. Lightweight scarves with no weight. Scarves are meant to add warmth, and when they're too thin, they just add decoration. Lightweight scarves, wispy, sheer, no structure, don't serve a purpose. They sit awkwardly. They look like an accessory for the sake of being an accessory. And after 40, men with class don't wear things that don't work. A scarf should have presence. That means weight, real wool, cashmere, or a substantial blend. Something you can feel doing its job. That doesn't mean heavy and stiff, it means intentional. A good scarf wraps cleanly, holds its drape, and looks like it belongs. If you can see through it, it's too light. If it floats instead of falls, skip it. The rice Picton wool and cashmere scarf hits the mark. Soft, warm, and substantial enough to actually finish an outfit. And if thin scarves read as costume, the next item reads the same way, just on your face. 12. Sporty sunglasses for everyday wear. Wraparound frames, thick rubberized arms. Performance lenses designed for cycling or running. These sunglasses work when you're actually doing something athletic. They don't work with a blazer, they don't work with tailored trousers. And they definitely don't work when you're just walking around. The clash is jarring, and after 40, it reads as unaware. Classic acetate frames. Clean shapes, neutral tones, no logos, go with everything. They don't compete with the outfit, they complete it. Own one pair of clean, classic sunglasses that work with tailoring and casual looks. Leave the sporty frames for actual sports. The Ray-Ban Wayfarer is an icon for a reason. Italian acetate, timeless shape, no visual noise. It works with virtually anything. And if sunglasses can quietly break an outfit, the next item does the same. It just sits lower. 13. Beige chinos. Beige chinos are one of the most common defaults in menswear, and they're one of the easiest ways to flatten an outfit. The problem isn't the silhouette, it's the color. Light beige lacks contrast, it blends into skin tones, it reads bland instead of refined, and it makes everything around it feel softer. Darker, richer neutrals do the opposite. Tobacco, olive, stone, even a deeper sand. These tones still feel grounded and versatile, but they carry more weight. They pair better with navy, gray, and charcoal. They photograph better, and they don't wash you out. If your chinos disappear into your legs, the color's too flat. The Buck Mason Maverick Chino in Tobacco is the perfect replacement. Rich, warm, and clean. It sharpens an outfit instead of softening it. And if chinos can let you down quietly, the last item lets you down loudly, by doing nothing at all. 14. Quarter zip sweaters. Quarter zips are everywhere. They're accepted, comfortable, and easy. They're also one of the least refined options in menswear. The issue is the collar. It almost always collapses. Without structure, the whole piece starts looking casual corporate, like something worn to a conference room that nobody cared about. Quarter zips aren't bad, but they're rarely the best option. A proper crew neck, a clean half-zip mock neck, a knit polo or zip cardigan. All of these do the same job with more intention. After 40, default choices should be challenged, and quarter zips are a default that rarely earns its place. If you're reaching for a quarter zip, ask yourself, would a structured crew neck or a collared alternative look better here? Usually, yes, the Todd Snyder Cashmere half-zip sweater is a smarter alternative. Structured collar, refined silhouette, and a zip that actually adds function without softening the look. None of these items are mistakes on their own. They become mistakes when they go unexamined, when they stay in rotation out of habit instead of intention, when they quietly lower the standard of how you show up. After 40, class isn't about adding more, it's about editing. It's about removing the things that don't serve you and making room for the things that do. You'll find every piece I mentioned today linked below. And if you're ready to keep refining, check out the video on screen. It's the best next step. Keep refining. I'll see you in the next one.